Hello and welcome to episode 2 here on Detailed by Ben, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. I'm going to try and keep my videos brief so they're not drawn out and boring. My editing skills are nowhere, so I'm going to be learning along the way. I'm just going to go around the car now and pretty much give you a brief overview of what it is. So it's a VN Series 1 built 1989. It's a Berliner, so it's not an executive, but it's not a Calais either, so it's the next step up. So you've got things like painted grille, painted bumpers, power aerial. You've got some velour trim instead of sort of cottony sort of vinyl, not vinyl, nylon sort of fabric. You got different hubcaps, the option of air conditioning, no power pack. That's okay, I like that, because you never see a car with that anymore. So as you can see, the trim, it's very hard to see, the trim is mint. So, it's a one owner car. This guy who had the car originally owned it from new, and looked after it. It has 66,000 kilometres on it, genuine. As you can see, the backs of the seats here are all in perfect condition. And this is regular. This happens. But the roof lining is like not a lot of sag at all. Only 2 spots, which we'll see. We might be able to fix it up. If not, I'll wear it for now and we'll figure it out later. The main thing is just getting the trim's pretty good, but we're going to go over that. The main thing is getting the paint sorted. It has had some paint done. I actually measured the car not long ago, and it appears that the roof is probably the main original part of the car. But this guy had it from new, and it is a deceased estate car, and so he did drive it a lot. And so I dare say it would have had its fair share of parking dings and scratches. As you can see here, he had these little chrome mouldings with reflectors on them. He actually had them on the guards too, those chrome things, you might have seen those. And so he had those things on the doors too. So a real old man's car. So I might try and fix those up myself to begin with. And we might enlist one of my friends to help me paint that if we feel like we need to do that. But overall, the outside of the car is quite good. In the areas that has been painted, it's been finished very well, and there's lots of paint to work with, so I'm excited by that, because we'll be able to make this Phoenix Red, which is the same colour found on an SS, a VNSS. Atlas Grey and Phoenix Red, we're on VNSS if you don't know. So that's cool. It's got a wing. So as you see, this car at the moment is how it was delivered, except for the wheels, which I'm going to have to try and address because they're terrible. But I've got the feelers out for that. Just little things we'll just have to fix up. This here is a little bit crooked, and we'll fix that. But basically, we're going to try and make this as close to showroom as we can make it, and that's what it's all about here. I can do as much or as little as you want, but at the end of the day, even this Skoda that I've got over here, we're making this car, not concourse, but we're trying to make it as new as we can. So I've got a lot of customers like that and want me to do that sort of thing. And so if you have a car like that, that's what I do. But we also do very basic stuff too, so you don't have to go all out and have a concourse clean. Look, see, we've got the original radio, no wear on the steering wheel. I'm going around the driver's side. Now this car's not without its little issues. It is over 30 years old, so it's not perfect, but it's a good base to start with. So it even has the original mats, which are in good nick. Driver's seat, very little wear. It's not going to take much in here to get it up to scratch. But everything works. It might need a regas on the aircon, but it blows. It's not cold, but it's not hot either. Oops, that door's locked. Give you a look in here. I'll try not to make this video too long. Yeah, so even this, the backs of the seats here. So this was a little bit different compared to an executive, which had vinyl. I think even actually SS had vinyl too. And actually, here's a little trivia thing, if you weren't aware. So most HSVs in the day were based on the Bellina spec, particularly the Club Sport. Where is my key? I'll grab the key. So little things like this is the VP locks around, so we have to remove that. It's not correct. So we're going to try and make this as period correct as we can. Maybe a little bit of resto modding, but not much. Not much. It's all about preservation for this car. So as you can see in here, very clean. It's a terrible light in here. But the jack and everything's there. These were the original wheels that it was sold with. The guy optioned these, or had them fitted at time of delivery, so it left the showroom with those wheels on it. Not a bad wheel. I'm still not sure what to put on it yet. I've got some 18-inch wheels I had on my M3. If you know my M3, you'll know what they look like. Kind of like a BBS LM wheel, which they'll probably do for now. But if you know of any of this sort of wheel around, I might be interested. Just depends. I don't know if I like it in gold, but grey or silver would be cool. They're a 15-inch. So all in here. It's a very honest car. The garnish on here is actually the same as an SS. This has got to go. I have to figure out something to do with that. The brake lights, I found out when I got home, weren't working. So lucky we had a bit of a clean run on the freeway and didn't have to do too much stop-start. Pardon me. Another thing I found is we've got a bit of a coolant leak. It looks like the end tank on the radiator has split. This car has not driven a lot, so I think the driving it's done to get down here. The owner that I bought the car off also drove it down here. Very nice fellow. Let's try and... Oh, where are we? There we are. It's very hard to see actually. Do I have a light? Yes. So there we go. So look, it's no showpiece. It never will be. But we're going to try and make this as clean as we can. So we're going to need to get a new header tank. You cannot see anything in there. I might as well do the washer bottle while we're at it. But yeah, definitely going to need a radiator or that's probably the best way to do it, I think, really. But everything's good, everything's tight. So this drives almost like a new car. It's quite impressive. So yeah, so this is probably, well, this was going to be my first port call. So this being episode 2, episode 3 was going to be getting this right. But I think brake lights will be next. And then, yeah, radiator, obviously, will probably, maybe radiator next. Either way, both of them got to be done. So, but yeah, everything else, like it's had a proper service before I got it, which is nice. I got the receipt there. But I'd say this radiator thing, being it's the most it's been driven long distance, it's probably raised a weak spot within the radiator there somewhere, because I've seen where it's coming from. So that's a bit of a shame, but hey, is what it is. So yeah, this is it's going to be an exciting thing, and I hope that you'll enjoy it, the ride with me. Like I say, probably not going to be the most entertaining video person on earth, but I'm really not trying to entertain. I'm just trying to just portray what I do here and show you some little bits and pieces of how I do things. I'm not the world's best expert, that's for sure, but I just enjoy what I do, and customers are happy with what I do for them. So that's the main thing. And we even have, I remember this on my dad's VN, always looking at this sticker. For some reason it just sticks out of my head, but it's still there and it's still in good nick. which is not often you see that. Yeah, so this is Project 89 introduction, and the next video, we'll figure it out which one it'll be. Either it's going to be trying to, fix her up and yeah, get it re-registered for me. So until next video, stay safe and yeah, see you soon.